Let's talk about 8 ways to be a good girlfriend. People always come for me on my TikTok and say that I'm roasting men and boyfriends, so I'm just gonna tell the girlies what they need to be doing to be the best girlfriend that they can be. My face fully looks like someone sharted on me, but it's fine. It's just the fake tanner I put on last night. It's gonna look good once makeup's on. Number 1 is words of affirmation. Just because he's a guy and like society has ranked guys as like non-emotional people doesn't mean that they don't deserve words of affirmation and to feel the love just as much as you do. I feel like girls always expect their boyfriends to compliment them, which they should, but also, are you complimenting your man all the time? Because if you aren't, you should be. Number 2, communicate openly about how you feel. Oftentimes, women have a hard time communicating how they feel, and they kind of say words like, I'm fine, like everything's fine, it's okay, when things really aren't. So just being able to openly communicate with your boyfriend is just gonna make you that much better of a girlfriend because you guys are gonna be able to work through everything a lot quicker and a lot smoother. Number 3 is putting in effort. It's super important to always show your partner that you care and just to put in the work to make your relationship better and show your acts of service and everything. Number 4, don't let your past relationship trauma into this new relationship. So many women self-sabotage their healthy relationships because of the past shit that their ex-boyfriends put them through, and it's just gotta stop. I know it's so much easier said than done, but if you can just find it in your heart to like put that trauma aside and just like communicate openly with your partner, it will help you so much. Number 5, give him the benefit of the doubt until he disrespects you. At the end of the day, I get that everyone's trying to protect themselves and that's totally like normal. However, unless he does something to disrespect you, you have no reason not to just trust him and give him the benefit of the doubt in situations. Number 6, identify his love language and act on it. Also, this is a Tarte blush in the shade Sun Crush and it's so pretty. Find out what your man's love language is, whether it's acts of service, physical touch, whatever it is, and make sure to act on it just to show him that you do really care and that you know him well like that. Number 7, tame the attitude when shit doesn't go your way. For some reason, the girlies just have an attitude, me included, especially like when we're hangry or if something just like doesn't go our way. And I've noticed me and my friends and like other girls can just be like rude to their boyfriends for no reason. Of course, we also have to deal with like PMSing and stuff, but just try to be nice to him and cut the attitude. Sometimes like I'm rude and then I'm like, wait, why am I acting like this? I'm dumb, you know? And number 8, understand that there needs to be compromise in the relationship. Just because you're the girl in the relationship doesn't automatically mean that everything gets to go your way all the time. You guys are dynamic and you guys need it to compromise. I'm gonna finish up the rest of my makeup off camera and come back. I need to do the lips real quick, but here is the final look. I hope you guys enjoy. And this is the final makeup look. Love you guys. Let's talk about 8 beauty tips to get your crush to like you, school edition. Before anyone comes for me, obviously be yourself. That's the most important thing. But here are just some tips and tricks that I learned from being in school and snatching up my crush. Number 1, it literally doesn't matter what your body looks like, so stop comparing yourself to other people. It matters about how you feel in your own skin. The more confident you are and act, the more attractive you will be. Being healthy and active is a great way to achieve this confidence, but again, don't do it for the look of your body, do it for how you feel internally. Number 2, your scent is so important. You want your crush to recognize your signature scent and be like, oh, that's her, that's my girl. I always say there's different scents for different vibes, so make sure to choose a scent that is the vibe you're going for. If you're looking for something more clean and classy, you could use one of the perfumes by Way, or you could do one of the Chanel perfumes. Whereas if you're looking for something more sexy, you could do Black Opium or Good Girl. I think high quality, long lasting perfume is way better than like the classic body mist. I think you spray one before you leave the house and one tiny little squirt right before you're about to like run into your crush. Number 2, do lighter face makeup just so that the school air doesn't get to you, and make sure that you prime well. I like to use the Refi primer and then put a little bit of the Milk makeup primer on my T-zone. Number 4, your lips always want to be glossed and balmed just so that they look very like attractive and kissable. These are the gloss drip things by Kylie Cosmetics, and they like are so long lasting and make your lips look so juicy. This is not an ad, they're just fire. Number 5, when you do talk to him, make sure to be making eye contact, or even from afar you could make a little bit of eye contact, but make sure it's not like excessive. But I like to accentuate this through black eyeliner, so I just tightline and put it on my waterline, and it's like so piercing. Number 6, make sure your hair smells good for a hug. I feel like your hair could be like a major sign of hygiene, and when you give someone a hug and it smells like amazing and just flows off of your hair, it just is like a big Yum. So make sure to wash it up good, and then I like to use a leave-in conditioner. My favorite is this Way one, and it smells so fresh and so clean. Number 7, smile and exude positive energy. When you're just like expressing your positive self and positive energy, people are gonna just like want to be around you and gravitate towards you. Number 8, be confident in your personality. There is nothing more attractive than a girl being confident in her personality and her humor. Let me tell you, when I was in middle school, I used to like belittle my personality to be like everyone else's just because I thought it was just like the right thing to do. But I feel like I became so much more attractive and so much more like confident in my own skin by just like owning my personality. It's just gonna make you stand out, and also like if you want your crush to like you, why would you want them to get to know like a different fake version of yourself? You might as well have them get to know like the true version, and if they don't like it, then great, they can go away. Overall, I know school is a time where you're getting your crushes, you want guys to like you, whatever it is, but just make sure you're living your best life, doing things for you, and I promise you'll get that man if he deserves you. I hope this helped. Let me know if you guys want a part 2. And this is the final makeup look. Love you guys. Talk about 7 ways to deal with being in a situationship. Number 1, if they are not willing to commit, don't do any sort of girlfriend duties. If you're having sex with them and doing girlfriend duties and not having the title of a girlfriend, that is just not okay. This is my go-to foundation combo. It's the Dior Forever Glow in shade 3WO in Charlotte Tilbury 4.5. Number 2, communicate with them about what you expect and request the same in return. I feel like the biggest letdown when it comes to situationships is when the girl expects that the man is gonna wife them up and then they just like never do. So that's why it's always important to just communicate what you guys both are looking for. This way you're not gonna be loitering around waiting for him to pop the question. Number 3, set a mental timeline. If they're not ready to commit to you by a certain time, you honestly just need to like get the fuck out of there because they're never gonna be willing to commit. When you start talking to a guy, you can mentally know, okay, I'm comfortable with being in a situationship with him for 4 or 5 months, and then after that, I better be wifed up, and if I'm not, I'm getting the fuck out of there. This is just gonna save you so much time before you get trapped into a situationship that's like 3 years. Randomly got a call from my best friend having a breakdown, so I had to do my eye makeup off camera. But anyways, number 4, you need to figure out if you personally are okay with casual sex or if you genuinely want this person to be your boyfriend. If you're dying for him to be your boyfriend and he won't commit, then that's a sign that you're not able to handle this because he's not going to change. That goes into number 5, where if you want him to be your boyfriend and he won't commit, you have to just cut him off cold turkey. Like I said, there's so many other people that would rather be with you, and you're hurting yourself by not giving yourself the opportunity to meet your actual person. Number 6, this is gonna hurt a lot of you guys, but when a man says he's not ready, that just means he's not ready for you. There's been so many instances where a man says he's not ready for somebody and then goes and gets like engaged right after with someone else because he's ready for that other person, he just doesn't see it with you. I'm adding a little bit of the benefit crystal blush. Number 7, men are very sexual based people. If you are allowing him to be a situationship, you're just showing that he can have sex without a commitment and have somebody pretty much on speed dial whenever he wants. Who wouldn't want that? I mean, as far as men goes. You're pretty much there at his beck and call, and he can pretty much do whatever he wants and live his life. Meanwhile, you are just like catching the strongest feelings of your life and becoming unwell. Finish up the lashes and lips off camera. I hope this helped. I love you guys to pieces. Let's talk about 5 mistakes that men make in relationships. Number 1, they don't listen. Most women make an effort to express their emotions, but a lot of times the man just doesn't listen or take it into consideration. They tend to just brush it off and think that the girl is being dramatic when in reality, it's a deal breaker in the relationship for her. If she brings something up to you, it's not her being dramatic. It's her genuinely being affected by something you do and asking for change. And it's difficult to ask for change, so the fact that she's doing it means it's important to her. Number 2, they get too comfortable. When men get too comfortable and stop putting in effort, that's when like everything goes downhill. Women thrive off of the romance and excitement and effort that a man puts into their relationship. So the second it stops, she starts to get over it real quick. No matter how long you guys have been together, they want to feel appreciated. They want to feel special and like the most important person in the world. Number 3, they don't appreciate what they have until it's gone. For some reason, men will do like below the bare minimum and then expect their girlfriend to stick around. But then the second she leaves, he like freaks out and is so confused why she's gone. Number 4, they forget the little things. When men first get into a relationship, they do all of like the little things and remember every little thing about you. But for some reason, once they go deep into the relationship, they just stop doing all of that. And women love the little things and little things of appreciation. She fell in love with the version of you that used to put things first and keep in mind the little things. Also, this is the Nude Sticks blush in the shade Pink Ice. And number 5, they start to lack quality time. As the relationship goes on, guys will start playing video games or hanging out with their friends way more than hanging out with the person that they're supposed to be in love with, and it's a problem. If you're in a committed relationship, you've committed to make that partner your priority, so make them a priority or else the girl's gonna walk away. I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup off camera. I forgot to film the end and now